You say you trust God, but you're still carrying everything like it's on you. You're still over planning, over controlling, and under resting. Let me tell you what I had to learn the hard way. Surrender isn't failure. It's where real power begins. I work with Christian entrepreneurs who are crushing their goals, but quietly collapsing spiritually. They've built vision boards, strategies, and bank accounts, but they haven't learned to surrender to God. In this video, I'm giving you a practical, biblical path to surrender. Not the soft, vague version, but the kind that brings peace, power, and alignment with heaven. There was a season I was praying for God's will, but secretly, I just wanted Him to bless my blueprint. I fast, pray, and still be anxious. Why? Because I hadn't actually surrendered. I was performing for God, not trusting Him. I was the guy praying, "Not my will, Lord," but then quickly triple checking my Google Calendar. And it's been years of trial and error where I'd say I trust God, and yet go and do something else. I start YouTube channels, but then try every little thing to try and get money out of it. So what does real surrender look like? Well, here are the 3 pillars of real surrender. Number 1, surrender is strategic obedience, not passive waiting. Luke 22:42 says, "Not my will, but yours be done." We have to come to a place where what we want isn't so important. That we're gonna have things that we want or things that we desire, but they're not gonna be the sole pursuit. Surrender doesn't mean doing nothing. It means saying yes to what God already told you. Being faithful with what He's told you to do. That yes, you're gonna have these wants, but instead of pursuing that, you're gonna pursue God. You're gonna pursue what God told you. And trusting Him that if what you want is in His will for your life, He'll do it. He'll provide that thing for you. So surrender is strategic obedience, not passive waiting. 2, surrender begins where your plan ends. Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Lean not on your own understanding." Proverbs 3:5-6 says, "Trust in the Lord with all your heart, and lean not on your own understanding. In all your ways acknowledge Him, and He shall direct your paths." Don't trust your own understanding of a situation or what God's told you to do. There's a verse in the Bible that goes, "For God's ways are not our ways, nor our ways God's ways. For who can know the mind of Christ unless the Spirit is within Him?" And that's okay if you don't know everything. In fact, if we put our hand in it too much, we'll just end up messing it up. If it still makes total sense to you, it might not be faith yet. That term, the leap of faith, you don't know what's going to happen after you jump. We have an idea, right? We're going to fall somewhat because gravity is a thing, but we need to have enough faith and trust that somehow, some way, God's going to catch us. God is going to make a way for that ledge to either lengthen or for you to fly. So when you're putting your trust and your faith in what God has told you to do, He will make a way. And number 3, surrender unlocks supernatural strength. 2 Corinthians 12:9 says, "My power is made perfect in weakness." We need to get over ourselves. We need to stop thinking that we have it all together, because we don't. Nor should we try to make it seem that way. We're all broken people. We all have situations, circumstances, or struggles that we deal with on a daily basis. They're not going to be voiced all the time, but there's something beautiful about someone that, despite what they're going through, they're continuing steadfast in the promises of God. That they're choosing to praise Him. That this situation sucks and they're giving it to God. In that weakness, they're just turning that weakness to God and praising Him. And if you see somebody that's always praising Him, ask them, what situation is God bringing you through or has brought you through? Granted, they may not say it all, but one day they will. One day they might. It's not a testament to their inability to talk about bad things. It's a testament that they're trusting that God's gonna make a way. When you lay down your control, you pick up divine capacity. When you lay down your control, you pick up divine capacity. God is able to do way more with your weakness than you can do with your own strength. It's almost like instead of trying to pick up that big heavy rock, you're gonna say, I cannot pick this up on my own, God. Here. And if God tells you to try again and you try again and it happens to pop up, then wow, God made a way, right? Or maybe He's preparing you for something. So let's recap. Number 1, surrender is strategic obedience, not passive waiting. Number 2, surrender begins where your plan ends. And number 3, surrender unlocks supernatural strength. So here's your challenge. What's the one thing you haven't given God access to yet? Is it your timeline, your income, your platform? Surrender isn't about losing. It's about making room for God to do what only He can do. And drop a comment, God, I surrender all. And if you want to support the channel, go ahead and hit the link down in the description for some awesome gear. And if you need help building discipline, I do offer one-on-one coaching as well. Go ahead and like and subscribe and share this with someone that's ready to let go of control and walk into peace. And remember, surrender isn't weakness, it's wisdom. I hope this word found you well. Be blessed.